Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn what is binary log file and how to enable in MariaDB. So first of all, what is binary log file? The binary log file stores the data in binary format. This makes it quicker for writing log information. The binary log file only captures data changes information, so such as maybe you are inserting data, updating, delete, and all that. It is used for replication as well. So this really helps, especially when you want to restore point in time. As the data is captured, update, delete, and every information is captured, so you can use these binary files to restore point in time the databases. Okay, so how to enable these binary logs information? Now first of all, if you have installed MariaDB in standalone, what you will do, you will go to the etc and then you will go to the my.config file and make these changes. So under mysqld, you will say log bin equal to log bin-log. That's the name or format you would like to do for your binary log files. Okay, then index file that keeps information about your binary log files. So if you have if it will actually create multiple files, and then index file will have all those list of the binary files. The size you can define and the binary format you can define here. There could be other options, you can look into that if you would like. If you have installed MariaDB in cluster mode, what you will do, you will go to the etc myconfig.d, then you will go to server config, and that's where you will provide that. Also, you can provide the location of a binary log if you don't want to put in the default directory. In the default is var, lib, and mysql. That's where your data is going to be written for mysql if you have not defined a different data directory, and the same way binary logs will be written to there as well. If you want to write to different directory, you can provide that information here as well. I have done other videos on how to enable query log, error log, and all that, and you can watch those videos to capture different information for the logging part of it. Okay, so how do you read the binary logs? As we know that the binary files are written in binary format, so if you will read that, it will be just the garbage data, 01 forms, and all the other different characters that you cannot understand. So you will be using a mysqlbin utility to read these binary logs. Okay, let's go to the MariaDB and make these changes, and then we'll see where the logs are and give a try to read some of them. Okay, here I'm connected to the MariaDB. This is standalone server, so we need to make the changes to the one of the file under the etc. So let's go to the etc, and then we have to make changes to the my.config. I already made these changes, so you can see that the changes are there. In case you need to make these changes, what you will do, sudo vim, and then you will say my.config, and provide a password for sudo. Okay, and here you will hit escape I, and then insert these values. So let's say if I want to delete this, and let me hit escape. Okay, so right now this was a very initial your file, you have no data, and then you want to paste that. So in my case, I will go back and just copy this information from here and then paste it in the my.config. So hit escape, enter I, and then let's right click, and the information will be there. You can change the name whatever you want, and let's say instead of bin.log you want to say binary.log, you can say that. So let's change it if that's what you would like. So binary log. Okay, now hit escape I, and then you will hit colons. Sorry, let me delete this one. Hit escape, then you will hit colons, wq, and exclamation mark. That will save the file. Now what you have to do after making these changes, you have to restart the service. So sudo systemctl stop, or you can directly say restart MySQL. Okay, so now it is restarting the service. Service is restarted. We should be all good. Let's go to the location and take a look. So if we go to the var lib MySQL, because I didn't define a different directory location for the bin-log, that's why it is going to default. That's var lib MySQL. Okay, so we do ls -la, and see what we have here, and you can see that binary dot 0001. So if you notice that there is bin dot 001, this is when I created the first time, so I was just testing it, but these files will not be used anymore. This is one that will be used because we have renamed the name of the file inside the my.config file and restarted the services. Okay, so we are good now, and what we need to do from here, I'm gonna go to the one of look at the size of it. So right now this is a this is the size 339, that's the size of that. And if I will go back here and I will make some changes to the table. Let's say this is the one of the table we have, and I'm gonna go, instead of Amir underscore Shehzad, that's what I'm gonna put that in the last name. Let me see, I want to put just test, and that's a couple of changes I made to the employee table in TBIT. Now if I will go to the MariaDB back here, what happened? So let's run this ls-la, check the size first, and you can see that the size of the file has changed. If I will just do the cat here, so let me clear this. If I will say cat sudo, I'm gonna do sudo cat here. So what you will see cat and binary log. So see, this is showing all garbage if you will look at the top of it, so it doesn't really make any sense here. So all that is in the binary and all those garbage data. You see some of the part of that, okay, that makes some sense, but you can't really tell like what exactly is there. So what you need to do from here to read this in a correct format, what you will do, you will say sudo mysqlbinlog, and then you provide the file name. Sorry, let me clear this. Sudo mysqlbinlog, and then see, one of the thing I copied the whole thing. Let me clear this one, this -l. Let me copy the file name again. So right here, now we are good, and we say sudo cat, sorry, mysqlbinlog, and then provide the file name. And now you can see that we have a pretty good information in the normal text, and you can see that we have updated employee set last name is equal to test from Amir, so from Shehzad, and we also made the changes to other columns. So you can see that there we have first name Amir underscore Shehzad. There was Amir 1, we had made the changes to the Amir underscore Shehzad. So that's how you can see that the timestamp is there. You can see what time this change was done, and that's how you can actually read. You can provide starting time and time in the mysqlbinlog reading, and only capture the information during that range of the time. Also, I was telling you, in point of time recovery, you can use this binlog. You will extract some of the records for that time and put into some other file, and just upload back to your database. So we'll do another demo how to restore that. Let me clear this out, and that's pretty much it for binary logs. Again, yeah, let's do one more thing. Let's read the index file. So what's in the index file? Index file keep the information about binary log files. So if I will say index, so right now, okay, sudo cat. So you can see that these are the two binary files that were created. So if you will have more binary files, and you would, because we have defined like, okay, each binary file can be 100 MB, and after that a new file will be created. So it will come right after this one. Alright, thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in next video.